Welcome to my 200 subscriber special, the life of me and how far I have come in Roblox. So I joined Roblox as a guest, like most people have. I played a marble game all the time. Basically, it's where you spawn in a marble and you go down a track. After I got bored of all the tracks, I started playing games like Work It to Pizza Place. It wasn't the best. After that, I got bored. I realized that I couldn't type as a guest. I decided to make a real account. Now you're probably all wondering my username is MiniTurps. Well, my dad's nickname is Turps. After that, I decided I was going to be MiniTurps. Looking back, I find that cringe, but I find that it's an alright name. After I made my account, I was a typical bacon hair noob. I started to play games like Prison Life and Prison Games. Then I thought, I like these games. I want to be a police officer in Roblox. I also at the time was watching Police Inceptors on TV. Then my life dream was decided, to be a police officer. I found an American policing group. It was called Roblox Hills Police Department, or RHPD. I played it a few times and it looked epic. I joined the group and tried to become an explorer. After I waited and waited, I finally got in. I started patrolling a lot, but I could never get to a training or get a promotion because of the America time. But I kept patrolling. I met a player called MT848. Now I didn't know it at the time, but MT would soon become my best Roblox friend. We patrolled a lot together and took turns driving. As an explorer, you had no weapons or tasers or anything. MT had the gun and taser game pass, so we broke the rules and he would sneakily drop a gun on the floor for me to have on patrol. I knew he would get fed up with doing every patrol, but he didn't mind. So we kept patrolling a lot, and I still didn't get a promotion. Then MT joined another American group called Chicago Police Department, or CPD. I liked this group so much that I decided to leave Roblox Hills Police Department instead to join CPD. In CPD, I patrolled a lot, and I earned myself a few promotions. At CPD, I met my new lieutenant. His name was Deathlord. Some people may recognize that name as he still plays with me now. Def was one of the most best players I have ever met. He taught me through everything, what not to do and what not to do. He gave me extra training and a few cheeky promotions. After a while, I worked my way up to corporal. I really wanted to get sergeant, but I couldn't get it. Then I made a mistake. I asked for training. I was demoted down to police officer. Def then got a promotion to commander, which is a HR. He then gave me back my rank because I really didn't ask for training, but the other admin thought I did. After a few more trainings, I became sergeant. Me and MT were racing each other for the highest rank. In the end, we both became sergeants. Then I noticed that Def and MT were playing a game called Cardiff, South Wales. I went on the game to see what it was like. At the start, I was a noob. I called 999 asking where the cars were, when I was right next to the parking garage. They gave me a warning for misuse of 999. Then I got a car and I found them, and I drove on the right side of the road. It did take me a while to get used to driving on the left. I found that steering on the cars were terrible, so I got into a pursuit and I kept crashing. Then I got boxed in by Rush and a few other officers, and I wouldn't get out of the car after they dragged me out, so I basically FRP'd. But at that time, I didn't know what that meant. Rush started shooting a gun at me and I got scared, so I ran. When I was cuffed, I tried to reset, but it didn't work. Then I left the game. After that, I probably got banned. After that, I decided to do an application to be an SOP. I completed the application the first time. I was a noob, like most student constables are, on the first patrol. I had a package, hair sticking through my hat, I was riding bikes around and civ cars. I was buying alcohol from dealers, and I brought a machete as a weapon. I got caught by Calix for riding my bike, and he warned me. Then I got screamed at by another student constable for having a package. However, he was later fired. I went to a training and I got bored, so I left. After that, I then attended another training and I got a promotion, even though I spelled taser as Tazer. Now, when I was police constable, the ranks were very different. First of all, we had commissioner, deputy commissioner, and assistant commissioner. The commissioner was Kyle, the deputy commissioner was Rush, The assistant commissioner was Galp, the chief constable was Jordan, the deputy chief constable was Lego, the assistant chief constable was Calix, chief superintendent was Danger, and then superintendent was Death. Also at the time, MT was chief inspector. Unfortunately, when I got sergeant, MT got demoted. After that, he had a plan to kill Russia at a briefing. He never done it. He then decided to retire. At that moment, I never saw him again. I was so focused on CPD that I decided to leave at that moment I was so focused on SWP that I decided to leave CPD. I left after Def was fired, because Def was the only thing keeping me there. I worked my way up to Chief Inspector. When I got Chief Inspector, I went through training. Calix was doing a decision on who to promote it to Superintendent. It was between me and Mitchell. He chose Mitchell. Then I gave up. I decided I was going to leave SWP, but even more bad news. Def decided to retire. After that, I didn't know what to do. I decided to stay to see what would happen. Then Mitch was fired for making an alt account or something like that. Then Lego and Calix decided to make me superintendent. After I came as superintendent, the group was handed over to Jordan. At that time, I was in all divisions. I wanted to be a HR. Kyle was chief superintendent at the time, and he didn't want to be a HR. Then Lego left from DCC position, and Rush left from the ACC position. Calix then became the new DCC. I became ACC, and so did Q-Mike. I was so happy. After 4 months of hard work, I finally became a HR. After that, the group went downhill. It became very inactive and wasn't as good as it was before. Then Calix left from DCC. Then Jordan made the decision to promote me to ACC. I was over the moon. I was so happy. However, then Jordan left. He quit ROBLOX for good. After that, Kyle left, and so many more. Then Sneaky took over. He is the current chief constable. The group was at a low, very inactive and little members. Then we changed a lot. We got much more active and much more better. I decided that I wanted to be ACC to keep firearms director. Loud became the new DCC. After that, I heard about a group called British Airways. I joined that group and became a pilot. In 4 days, I then became a senior rank, which is basically a HR. I love it there, and I'm still working there now. I also joined aviation groups such as Swiss Air, Air Attica, Cloud Air, and EasyJet. I also joined a group called Le Monde, and I got business class for 700 Robux. So, to get to SR, it only took 4 days, like I said. And since I've been there, it's been amazing. SRs can basically host flights and spawn in planes and do quite a few things. Now, I have become a higher rank than SR, but only one. So, like I said, I paid for business class on this group called Le Monde for 700 Robux. It was a mistake, since I haven't been to a Le Monde flight yet, because of how busy it gets, and it has over 20,000 members. Then I decided I wanted to leave SWP. I made a big paragraph, but then I decided I would stay. It was a good decision, and now this is where I am now.